Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Sunless Sea, where we have reached the Khanate that we've been hearing about. Apparently London's greatest rival, who's also been around for longer than Fallen London, interestingly. We're currently in the trade quarter, except that as a foreigner without a license we are not really allowed to trade. We also first reached this like colony of outcasts, or what did they call themselves? Not rebels, something like that. Anyway, who kind of live outside of the Khan's or the Khanate's jurisdiction, outside of the actual Khan's reach. Assuming there is still a Khan, I guess there is. Probably not the original Khan who founded this place. Although I'm not sure exactly how long ago this all happened, but probably way longer than one human life. Although even that down here in the Undersea is anything but guaranteed, I suppose. Anyway, we want to head north, test a theory that I had, that we can actually just go underneath these bridges. Sure enough. Okay, discovered Eagle, if you say so. Oh, there's Eagle. And right around up here somewhere. Yeah, that looks good. That should be Khan's glory. Maybe where the Khan themselves reside. The main location here. A place of stately isolation. Well, let's see. Here are the palaces of the Khan and his court, okay, each a fortress to itself. Sleek lords and ladies in belted robes breakfast on balconies. An unlikely antelope peeks at you from a park. Guns rotate easily on motorized gimbals. Okay, impressive. Offer a gift to the leopard. The royal clan of the Khan. The Khan himself has a notorious weakness for coffee, and his court follows suit. Oh, okay. So the leopard is like, is that the Khan? Is that his nickname or whatever? Or title, or... I guess the title is the Khan. Anyway, okay, yep. Of course I don't have any coffee with me. Petition for access to the Nephrite Quarter. The Quan of the Leopard grants trade licenses to foreigners. Licenses to foreigners. I mean, that's kind of not exactly what I came here for, because I'm not necessarily planning to do a lot here, but it seems like it really can't do much of anything in the first place. This gives access to the Nephrite Quarter in Khan's Heart to the south, allowing you to sell your goods there. Okay, so just sell, huh? But okay, we need Leopard's Condescension 5. Offer a gift to the Taimen. This clan is named for a sizable... Okay, so I see. These are just different clans, and the Leopard clan is the clan that the Khan is from. I see. The Taimen clan is named for sizable and ferocious fish of the surface. Really? Taimen? Taimen? I can't say that I'm familiar with that fish, and assuming it's a real world fish. They have a fondness for drowning pearls for some secret clan ritual. Okay, of course we don't have that. Plead your case with Taimen. The Taimen clan has long controlled the white and golds, the loyalty service, who watch Kaganians and foreigners alike. If they're convinced your intentions are good, they may be lenient. Your suspicion has risen too high. Oh no. What? Wait, no. If your suspicion has risen too high, this will reduce it. Gotcha, okay. Cruise past the clan palaces. Khan's glory has a steely beauty, but the clan lords are ever suspicious of spies, and those gun emplacements are vigilant. I mean, it's literally the only thing I can do here, so I guess I will do that, even though it sounds kind of potentially dangerous. It also doesn't sound... I mean, is this going to give us a port report, or do we not get a separate port report for this place? Because we do have one for Khan's Heart. Ask your Taimen contacts to intercede with the leopard. Wait, first ask the leopard contacts to intercede with the Taimen. I see. Okay. Take immediate concerning a matter of no importance. A service of the Timon is missing. A servant of the Timon is missing. His loss is a danger. Okay. So you need the DLC. We need to not have this or not be on this quest already, I suppose. But they also can't be too suspicious of you. Fair enough. I guess I could have, if I had succeeded in gathering the plot report immediately, right off the bat, that would have raised suspicion too exactly. So if I had actually gone ahead and reloaded until I got it on the first try, I could have done this immediately. As it is, I will have to reduce suspicion first. But for that, I specifically need favors with the Timon, which means... So I need 3 specifically, but how much is that reduce it? Is it going to reduce it by? So how many of these pearls do I even need in order to lower my suspicion all the way back down to no more than 2 from 6? If it's only by 1 point for 3 favors, then that's kind of ridiculous. There might be other ways though, but I mean, not that I can see here. Well, yeah, let's go with this and see. Maybe this is going to lead to somehow lowering suspicion. I don't really see how. Cruise past the clan palaces and turn back. A Khanate gunboat passes the harbor mouth twice. An officer in a red and gold uniform scrutinizes you through a spyglass. Best save it for another time. Really? But... So I literally cannot do that. That always just fails. Huh. It could be a matter of chance. I suppose not. Okay, well that's a bit of a letdown. I was absolutely expecting to be able to do more here, but I suppose not. Khan's Gate, Khan's Heart. I mean, these are the only places to dock here, I think. Unless there's something to the north. Further up north? No islands, you say? I mean, I suppose this is all artificial? It looks artificial. Who knows, though? Oh, Sea of Lilies is some distance to the north. Is it actually right there? Yep, sure enough. Where do we dock? Wow, that far north, huh? Not really what I had been planning, but I mean, I guess I might as well. I did restock on fuel a little bit. And you know, a new place is always worth it. What's up for you? 210. Yeah. No, it's all clear. Don't worry about me. Ah, the port is right there. Convenient. I thought it was further west, but I guess not. Wait. Wasn't the marker further west? I don't know. Maybe not. Not mid-harbor. Okay. A peculiar name for sure. Wisdom. Not mid built his place as a prison for the Khanate. Hey there. Frog thing. Okay, Nabmid built this place as a prison for the Khanate. Now it answers only to its governor, and its governor answers to no one. Hand over a prisoner? Interesting. We could have had one. No, we'll pay you, the unctuous fellow says. We can always find a use for another pair of hands. We get lonely, you know. Lonely. Exchange a secret for a prisoner. Ooh. Wisdom has many secrets. Far more than one might expect them to glean from the prisoners, but a discerning scholar might identify a secret which would tempt even the governor of the prison. This is unlikely to be profitable unless you have someone specific in mind. Huh. Okay. I mean, I don't. But I suppose we might find ourselves wanting to free someone, a specific prisoner from this place. And in that case, we could free them, trade them in for a Searing Enigma. Compile a port report. Watch the comings and goings. Ransom a prisoner. Wisdom will release prisoners on payment of an eye-wateringly high redemption fee. It's not entirely clear whether this constitutes bribery or legal instance of Koganian mercy. This is unlikely to be profitable unless you have someone specific in mind. Okay, it's 3,000 echoes. Holy crap. And it's extremely unlikely to work. Huh. But I mean, the result would be the same as exchanging it for a Searing Enigma, right? Are these really that rare, that valuable? Or is this just not an equivalent thing? Rescue a prisoner. Scale the walls, enter through the outflow pipes, evade the guards, secure your rescuee without raising any alarms. Don't get eaten by giant toads. You'll only get one chance at this. It is unlikely to be profitable unless you have someone specific in mind. Huh. It's also, of course, extremely unlikely to work. Unlock with no more than 0 times Doom, Wisdom, Forewarned. Right. And I need 4 crew. I suppose there's a chance for, well, presumably all 4 of them, up to all 4 of them dying during the maneuver. Although, if it succeeds, I mean, I suppose if it fails, probably all 4 of them are going to die. And if it works, probably no one is going to die, because the idea is that if it works in a way that they're none the wiser, right? Would be kind of hard to do if they find any bodies of intruders. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna go with the port report. Yep. I should have saved first, but oh well. Not so many goings. Ships from the Khanate are most common. Yeah, okay, more comings than goings, I guess. Ships from the Khanate are most common, but you see Kelonite vessels, polythreme triremes, with chained and sulky unfinished men, corsairs disposing of their miscreants, even one furtive Iremi skiff. The wardens pay them well for their prisoners. You now have one of this. Port report wisdom. Right. Well, okay. Huh. So is this not actually the Sea of Lilies place? This is a separate place. No, it's definitely built on water lilies. There's still that thing. You're not hostile, right? You wouldn't attack me. It's definitely gonna attack me. Or is it? Oh, why do you... Oh, come on, man. Particularly tormented bound shark. Get out of here. Oh, okay. Missed me. I probably should have boosted. Like, what's it called? Fully powered the engines, which apparently is risky. You know what? It knows where I am anyway. Might as well turn the lights on to slightly reduce terror. Surprisingly, we're not actually all that terrified to begin with. So, right, we're all clear now somehow. Somehow I expected the Sea of Lilies, a place called Sea of Lilies, to be a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit friendlier. Certainly didn't expect some high security super prison. But that just goes to show that you never know what to expect with this game or this world. Okay, I'm getting really far off the planned course here, which is interesting for sure, but you know, resources are limited while we're so far away from everything. Holy crap. Yeah, I mean, we basically want to go straight down now and then, you know, probably take a relatively straight line to the Isle of Cats. We're almost certainly going to run into another place of interest too. And if possible, I will, you know, buy a little bit of fuel. So we kind of need to. There might be something around here. Not according to my Z-Bat, but... that doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot. Keep trying. Oh. Creeping tendrils of fungus, seaweed, unnavable flora. We enter the snares. Snares sounds pretty bad. Discovered Lick-a-Monkey Crag. Okay. If you say so. I wonder where that name comes from. If there's any actual lore behind that. I kinda doubt it, but you never know. Again. It is this game after all. Oh. What? I didn't even see you there. Crap. Should I... Oh, it hasn't even seen me somehow? Now it has. Surely it's not gonna just come after us when there is a whirlpool here. A maelstrom. No, we're good, right? Surely. Uh-oh, I didn't mean to steer into that. It's fine. Oh, come on. Is that the Khanate? Of course it is. So this was a lot of... Yeah, that was a huge detour. We also... Okay, engine did not explode. It's pretty hot though. It's fine. We took 10 damage, that's annoying. That's really annoying. Because of course I hadn't saved at all. I mean, I suppose ultimately I also didn't really achieve much. We have a port report, such as it is, of the prison. So if I really wanted to, I could just redo that, head straight there, just, you know, because it's a place that we know exists. And then head way down here in a much more efficient way. Maybe I'll try to see if there is a place to dock here somewhere. Oh yeah, there sure is. Namely, Saints Haven. No, that doesn't that sound like a safe place to dock? Pig Mode Isle as well. Wait, oh, this is Pig Mode Isle. Okay, right. I mean, I don't know. Do I reload? We are once again running kind of low on fuel and supplies, as it turns out. They don't sell anything here, and I also took 10 damage that I absolutely could have avoided. Yeah, you know what? And yeah, since I didn't save, I'm gonna have to... Well, I'm going to go ahead and basically make my way here in a more efficient manner. And unless something new happens on the way, I will just make a cut and we'll be right back here. Well, something unforeseen, or something new indeed did happen, unless I just missed this popping up, but I think these things are pretty much random. So just as I left Khan's glory, we got this. In the watches of the night, you pad softly past the hatch to the crew quarters. A man cries out softly in his sleep, desperately. Another. I'm not entirely sure. I want to say we've seen this before, but I might also be mixing that up with something else. I feel like I ignored them back then, which lowered morale, also known as a race terror. 57% chance is not bad. Let's go with that. You succeeded. Nice. Not so nice, maybe. Are you kidding me? How is succeeding in a freaking challenge? How does that give me 10 terror? And almost nothing useful in return. Like, I mean, 20 fragments? That's nothing. That's not worth that. Especially since it pushes us right over the 50 terror mark, which might be meaningful. I mean, if nothing else, it's, you know, getting us ever closer to just straight up death. Eyes in the face. The whole Neath lit up like a snuffer mask. There's something in the roof, Captain. It's the roof. Oh, you know what? Maybe I did exactly this because this seems extremely familiar all of a sudden. God damn it. Yeah, you know what? Knowing myself, it makes much more sense that I was curious, even if the chances of success probably weren't as high back then. And, yeah, we must have experienced pretty much exactly this. The roof is watching us. Eyes in the face, eyes in the face. Yeah, that seems very familiar. Okay, you know what? It's fine. I was Hadn't really come all that far anyway. So let's try that again. Alright, yeah, we didn't have that, that traveling event again. So, who knows. Next time I'm definitely gonna try to remember to pick the other option, the less interesting sounding option, but maybe the more sane option, I suppose. Anyway, we're at Pig Mode Isle now. Looks kind of mundane, to be honest. On a lonely desert beach, there's no habitation in sight, no market, only an old rotting dock. A stretch of sand thickens into damp black earth, from which sprout stunted palms? Not quite. Tall fungal growths with frond-like caps, as if someone had sculpted the idea of a tree from a mushroom. Interesting. Huh, that's different. I mean, I suppose this is not really a port so much as just a seemingly uninhabited island? Huh, disembark and see what awaits you. Unlocked with Pig Mode Isle, progress of a nation is non-existent? Huh, another place to potentially found our own kingdom? Interesting. Certainly less interesting, less inviting, but also probably safer in many ways than Estival. War. As you step on the key, you hear clamor, shouts, and shooting. You can see off in the distance smoke rising from beyond the hill and dots of fire flecking the horizon. Two tiny figures stand a little further down on the quay, unmoving, as if awaiting your approach. Maybe not so uninhabited after all. A literary interlude. The following is an extract from the popular Diary of a Sea Captain from London to Irem and what we did there before we arrived. I mean, I have been both to London, of course, and Irem. I wonder if I hadn't been to Irem, if this would be different. Huh. Washed ashore on Mountain Island and subsequently serialized in the Unexpurgated Gazette, the author's identity remains unknown. The Tale of Pig Mode Isle, in which a delegation is made, a choice is presented, war is declared, a most singular treasure is sought by all, and a new empire is founded with tooth and claw. Huh. Well, this is different. Chapter 1, The Delegation. The figures were rodents. To my left was a Ratus Faber wearing goggles, a blacksmith's apron, and an assortment of tools. To my right, an unusually large guinea pig, wearing a helmet, a breastplate reminiscent of nothing so much as the High Middle Ages. The rat stepped forward first and bowed. Welcome, Captain, to Rat Star Island. I am Edgar, second chief engineer of the 3rd Rat Brigade. I invite you to avail yourself of food and fuel at our expense. The only cost to you is a choice. The rat stepped back. At precisely the same moment, with what appeared to be the ease of long habit, the guinea pig scuttled forward and made a declamatory chirp. Welcome, Captain, to the Isle of Cavia. I'm Lady Augusta Devereux Swinge of the Blackwater Swinges, Seneschal to our King Gracenough, first of his name. I invite you to avail yourself of food and fuel at our expense. The only cost to you is a choice. The two stood at attention, looking at me expectantly. The two remarkable rodents sat, squatted, both seeking my support. I know I had to choose carefully. Okay, so we can gather more information here. I spoke to the chief engineer. His eyes had a wave-cold glint to them, and he wore his scars like jewels. A rat in the making. I asked the chief engineer to elaborate. He looked at me for a long, measured moment before speaking gruffly. We came to this island to make a home for ourselves, away from London. Its cats and snuffers, its rat-skin suits. We came to live as citizens of our own republic. We came with our tools, our teeth, our clever hands, and we made a beautiful city by the light of the rat star that shone bright and blue on Mount Ararat. The chief engineer nodded towards the distant hill. One day we braved the depths of the chicken woods, and from the top of Mount Ararat we plucked the rat star to be our light, our beacon. But the pigs of Kavi saw the light, and they lusted for it. They sent armies to rule us and steal our star. We will not permit them to take what is ours. We will resist to our last breath. Will you join us in defeating them? The pigs of Kavi? The guinea pigs, I guess, specifically? Well, Well, then I spoke to the seneschal. How did an armored guinea pig manage to look regal? A knight out of habit. The seneschal cleared her throat with a delicacy to rival the duchess's own before speaking. Grace now the king, our lord and sovereign, full 7 months had sojourned on the sea, conquered this land, and won the southern main. Now no fortress against him shall remain, no city walls be left for him to gain, save the rats that squeak behind mountain. Unlikely was the lamb of our deliverance. Assured shall be our glories and their fall, when our lady's eye restored to be to our hall. The seneschal composed herself, then added, We saw truth and beauty by the light of our lady's eye on Mount Caveat. But the rats, with their guns and their chatter and their peasants' politics, stole it from us. We will subjugate them and take it back. They are a rebel, and we will rule them with the steel-shod velvet of our paws. Will you join us? You know what? I mean, assuming they both more or less tell the truth, in a slightly poetic way perhaps in her case, the guinea pigs were here first, and the rats came and just stole their... whatever the thing is, some shiny gem. So, there's only one real choice here, one right choice, I guess. I was ready to make my choice. I attempted to broker a peace. I mean, okay, honestly, that seems like the right choice, but it also seems like a trap, because this game is... I don't know. Surely the commonalities were more numerous than the differences. I don't know. Were they? I mean, they're both rodents, I guess? Are guinea pigs rodents? I'm not entirely sure. Perhaps I could get them... help them get along. I mean, that sounds nice. That's what I would normally go for in any other game, but here I feel like the game is going to punish me for, you know, going for the soft option. You know what? I'm going to go with the guinea pigs, just because of the novelty factor, if nothing else, and because they seem to be in the right. They seem to be, yeah. It seems like the rats attacked them, and they only defended themselves, so, you know. I favor the seneschal. Was it her charm, or her fondness for London's rat-skin coats that swayed me? Perhaps a little of both. At any rate, I was keen to find out more about their civilization. That is for sure. A friend to cavies. I bowed to the seneschal, who purred with pleasure, while the chief engineer gnashed his teeth, but kept his distance. You have chosen wisely, Captain, said the seneschal. Come, and I will explain our situation to you in greater detail. We've gained 1 fuel and 1 supplies, both of which we kind of need here, so I'm not too unhappy about that. An occurrence, your memoirs, A Knight Out of Habit qualities. Now you chose the cavies. Yep, I guess so. Oh, that's adorable. Surely, oh, actually, I suppose I was going to say that wouldn't be the lady, though. You know, with a mustache like that. But I suppose a guinea pig lady would look like that. The seneschal led me to the southern. To the southern side of the island, skirting the chicken woods. We passed through a number of raised mounds of earth mixed with fortifying strips of mushroom flesh, which I supposed to be makeshift walls. The settlement was dazzling. This side of the island appeared to be absolutely wreathed in scintillack. The cavies' dwelling was awash with silver phosphorescence. It was a large colony. Most noticeable was the steam pinnace, the impossible lamb, that had run aground, from which cavies came and went bearing supplies. To the right of the ship, farther down the beach, a large group of cavies lay on bundles of colorful cloth, whining and wailing as if in pain. To the left of the ship was a ramshackle tent of poles and linen, in front of which guinea pigs clashed against each other and sharpened their teeth. In the center of the village was a covered dais, veritably festooned with colorful cloth and guarded by well-decorated knights. I suspect that this was where King Gracenaw kept counsel. Be welcome, Captain, in the kingdom of Cavia, capital of our isle, and blessed by the light of Our Lady's eye. The seneschal spoke solemnly, but with a hint of sadness to her words. Or so it was, and shall be again. I must speak with our king and prepare your arrival. My page will show you the area and bring you in sight of his splendor in good time. Page, a much smaller guinea pig, its fur braided with a slender strip of parabola linen, scurried over and bowed. The seneschal took her leave. I visited the hospital. Were those guinea pigs quarantined? I assumed they were wounded in skirmishes with the rats. I visited the steam pinnace on the beach. Was this indeed the impossible lamb? Wasn't it reported overrun by rats? Yeah, I thought it was mentioned in the rat engineer's report. Maybe they conquered it from the rats. I visited the barracks. What chance could guinea pigs stand against the weapon might of the Rattus Faber? I mean, they have actual armor and weapons, I guess. Also sharp teeth. I don't know. I wouldn't say that rats are necessarily at an advantage. I mean, obviously we were gonna do all of these things, right? Because we're curious. The Black Death. Oh, well, that's bad. An elderly-looking cavie greeted me, eyeing me gravely. Many of us sickened during the voyage, a rotting in our teeth, a weakness in the flesh. This isle was our salvation. The stronger among us made a pilgrimage towards the pool of Our Lady's light, and then, miracle of miracles, they were cured. They bathed in her, they drank her sweet waters. And the strong brought the weak to her in turn. Soon we were thriving again, bearing our children and raising them to love Our Lady's eye and see it in our deliverance. The elder looked sorrowfully at the sick under his care. Since the rats stole her, the sickness has returned. All this light is but a mockery of hers, and we gain from it no benefit. The only thing, the elder's ears and voice flattened in a hiss, that helps our condition is the flesh, the very hearts and livers of the rats who stole her from us. Savage. Okay. I was kind of hoping that we might be able to help them, because we have a doctor with us. Obviously. But I guess not. Well, the steam pinnace. A chalky shore. The page chittered while I inspected the vessel. Rats! Never! The splendor of Cavia overtook this vessel. I was born here, the first native of Cavia. But all our elders remember the voyage. It was hard, they say, but we were harder. But the sea is black and unkind. We were lost in the dark for weeks, and no one speaks of those terrible times. No one squeaks of those terrible times, I would have said. But out of the darkness came the light of Our Lady's eye, guiding us here to our own isle. In time we will ride the waves again, perhaps once we have recovered our eye. Is it not splendid? It certainly may have been, at one time. But I could see the hull had been severely damaged by the Scintillac reef. There was no way the cavies could hope to repair it themselves. Whatever the page said, they were stranded here. Oh, okay. Yeah, also, I guess it became clear a little while ago that the guinea pigs haven't been here for possibly much longer, or if any longer than the rats. Maybe they both stranded here right around the same time? Although, no, I guess they must have been, the guinea pigs must have been here a little bit before the rats, I suppose, if they had been, performing pilgrimages to that glowing gem, to the lady's eye. Before the rats took it, apparently, obviously. So, yeah, I guess they were still the first ones here, so... Anyway. I was at the barracks. Sure. Evening the odds. The page led me to the barracks, where the knights didn't deign to speak to one so undecorated as I. The page, however, was eager to answer my questions. The rats have no weapons, none to speak of. What is a gun without a bullet? A sword without a blade? Ours are the supplies, the knives, the soft stuffs, and the glory. Soft stuffs? Their teeth are sharp, it is true, while ours, the page hesitated as the knights glowered at him, are sharper. All praise the flowers of the house of Cavie. One knight preened while another grunted indifference, working a whetstone along his top front teeth, as I watched a particularly vigorous swipe knock a whole incisor out of place. Incisor? Out of place. It landed on the ground in a black and bloody mess. Yikes. I mean, guinea pigs have pretty sharp teeth, though. They're pretty good at gnawing. I wouldn't say that they're necessarily any worse than rats. The knight gasped, grasped the tooth, and vanished from sight. Another glared in a way that dared me to make something of it. I didn't see anything. Okay, so it was only those 3 places to check out. I had seen enough. It was time for my audience with the king. The page led me, crouching at first, and then on my knees, before King Graysnaw and the Seneschal. The king was the largest guinea pig I had ever seen, easily twice the size of the largest knight in his retinue. The Seneschal looked positively dainty next to him. "We are told," intoned the king, "that you have promised your assistance to the House of Cutie. This is agreeable to us, but what form shall your assistance take?" That is a very good question. I offered to retrieve the lady's eye by force. A low-risk challenge. Really. I had guns, I had a boat, I planned to row a raiding party to the northern side of the island, where the cavies could flank the rat settlement. I plotted to steal the eye with cunning. I mean, I would much prefer doing this, but yeah. I mean, just under 50% chance. And I'm afraid what might happen. I mean, I did save before starting this whole sequence of events here. One should use shadows to catch a light. The rats would not even know we had been there, probably. I mean, it's basically a 50-50 chance. And I would much prefer this. Because I feel like even if the forceful approach succeeds, there are gonna be losses among the guinea pigs, possibly even among the crew. Both of which I'd like to avoid. What the heck, right? Ships in the night. I spent a few hours scouting the rat's shoreline, determining the best point of approach. There. A cove thick with chickenwood, too small and cramped for guards to fear the mooring of a boat. My crew rowed me towards the very knife's edge of shadow cast by the blazing eye, and I carefully swam the rest. From shore it was an easy enough matter to pick my way towards the settlement, and once I was within 20 feet of the eye, I sprinted. The rats shouted an alarm and scurried towards me, but my legs easily outpaced them. I smothered the eye in my wet clothing and bound with it towards the boat, waiting in the shadows, while the rats around me fired wildly into the sudden dimness, wailing their loss to the sea. The cavies rewarded me suitably on my return. That was successful? So much for being stealthy. Huh. You succeeded in an advanced challenge. Well, okay. I was really not sure if that was supposed to be success or failure, but I guess we do have the eye? Huh. Hail Cavia. 2 houses alike in dignity. Not that this is saying much, mind. What? An occurrence, your pig mode isle might quality is now 4, vulnerable. Pig mode isle spirit quality is now 3, conflicted. Wait. A nation must be strong. If this reaches 0, bad things will happen on pig mode isle. Okay. So what was it before, though? Did it get reduced to 4, or did it rise to 4? A nation needs hope. If this reaches 0, the bad things will happen. Your pig mode isle civilization quality is now 5. Unexceptional. Huh. I mean, it seems like a 0 to 10 kind of scale, so I don't know, maybe we start at 5? A nation must build. If this reaches 0, bad things will happen on pig mode isle. Right. We've gained 10 fuel. Really? How did we gain 10 fuel? From what? As a reward from the guinea pigs? Certainly, this paragraph didn't mention us picking up anything other than the eye. Guess that would have been kind of difficult as well. I mean, I'll take it. For sure. The rats were defeated. Cavia was triumphant. All that remained were the celebrations and the continuation of our voyage. Oh, how we feasted long into the night. Then... Okay, so we actually won for now, I suppose, but it sounds like we're going to be returning and maybe helping the guinea pigs, the cavies. I guess that's what they call themselves. Maybe guinea pigs is considered rude. And yeah, maybe we're going to help them build their nation and help them with other problems that might arise in the future. I invited one of the cavies to join us. They were reputed to be excellent swimmers, adorable enough to boost morale, and if times should become lean, I thought maybe a guinea pig stew would buy the crew a day or two before they started eating each other. Wow. Really? I mean... That's kind of cruel, but yeah. Guinea page. Spoke up on behalf of the rats. The survivors were being treated poorly, but the rift did not seem entirely insurmountable. Yeah, it feels like the morally right thing to do, right? But I don't know, it could lead to problems. Maybe the rats are gonna seize an opportunity and, you know, try to fight back. I'm not sure if showing mercy is gonna be rewarded. I'm still suspicious of the game. Surely I can do both of these things, right? Because, yeah, you know what? Sure. I'm assuming it's gonna... the guinea pig is gonna basically be a mascot, right? Welcome aboard. The seneschal, of course, couldn't abandon her duties, but she made certain my request was cried out in the village square. The page squeaked excitedly and sought permission from her to join my party. I will record your doings for the glory of Kavi, he declared, and record your doings for the glory of Kavi, and I'd like to see more of the world. I waited for him to gather up some effects and say goodbye to his family before lifting anchor and setting off. You know, I have one of this, guinea page. A scholarly creature from a warlike nation of aristocratic guinea pigs whose progenitors stole a steamer to escape the locked hutches of a London essayist, apparently. Okay. Well, might as well do this, right? It seems like the right thing to do. The spoils of war. I appealed to the House of Kavi's grace and good breeding and praised King Gracenaw's magnanimity. Perhaps the rats knew not what they did in stealing the eye. I mean, from the description the story that the engineer gave, it didn't seem like they meant to do any harm. I'm also not sure why they thought they needed to remove it from where they found it. And obviously, in doing so, they caused great harm and distress to the guinea pigs. Perhaps unknowingly and unwillingly, but they were in the wrong either way. Anyway, perhaps they were only stumbling about in the dark for a light, as the Kavis were themselves while lost at sea. The seneschal and the king exchanged a look. The seneschal murmured something into the king's ear, and he growled deep in his throat. You saw only the front tip of our suffering, Captain. The rats must answer for every drop of noble blood spilled in kind. We will require a great many hearts and livers to repair the health of our great kingdom. Our young shall eat their old, as is meet. The king's courtiers chittered appreciatively at his wordplay. Yeah, as is meet. I was wondering about that. I guess that must be an expression that I'm just not familiar with, but anyway, the knights separated the screaming young rats from the adults who had given up trying to fight. Welp. Yeah, I mean, and since no odds of success were mentioned, I'm guessing that it was just not possible. But if it wasn't possible now that the guinea pigs are actually victorious, negotiating a peace beforehand almost certainly wouldn't have worked either. So I guess it's maybe a good thing that I didn't try. Who knows? Maybe it wouldn't have mattered. But you never know. The white dark Z beckoned. You had eaten your fill, we had eaten our fill, and our business was concluded. It was time to continue our voyage and see what other wonders and terrors still awaited us. The end. Okay. There, you finish your diary entry and the fine morsels of delicious rat flesh. The final morsels of delicious rat flesh. The Kavis line up to salute you as you leave the victory banquet, escorting you to your ship through the foundations of their new kingdom. Port report, Pigmode Isle. Yeah, sure enough, that's quite the port report. Probably the most intricate and exciting one yet. That's all for now. Hunger has completely gone, which is nice, I suppose. Kind of wish terror would have been reduced, but, We also didn't really gain much in terms of supplies. We did gain a good amount of fuel, though, which I guess is more than decent. Oh, a new nation has been founded. Okay, so not our nation at all. obviously. Time passes on the Neath's most adorable empire. Yeah, it is pretty adorable, isn't it? And almost certainly, once we return, after enough time has passed, perhaps, there's gonna be, I don't know, a rat uprising, horrible, terrible bloodshed, and yeah, things are gonna be terrible, for sure. It's not gonna stay adorable. Continue. Hail Cavia, can we do things here? We sure can. Okay. Okay, is there... No, there's no shopping here. There's something I wanted to do. Yes, of course there is. Officers. Guinea pig mascot. A scholarly creature from a warlike nation of aristocratic guinea pigs. Unfortunately, only gives pages +2. That's not great. Reduces mirrors by 3 by comparison. But, you know, can we not? We cannot interact with you at all. Huh. That is surprising. Why is that? In that case, it's just straight up worse than the Blemigan Gallivant, which apparently you just always get for free. I don't know. Maybe not always. Maybe I've just been lucky. But I'm pretty sure I've gotten this. I was able to just pick this creature up in London on every new game that I started, which admittedly has only been 3 or 4. I don't even know. Yeah, I mean, you can't even talk to it. That's, I mean, this is a sentient, intelligent creature. So, that's kind of weird. In that case, I suppose we're just gonna have him with us. Especially after the description for picking him up in the first place mentioned raising morale because he was cute. I was expecting, you know, a decent boost to hearts. If not like some sort of passive effect that maybe reduces terror buildup or something. Nope. I mean, feel free to tell me if there is some sort of actual benefit to equipping the Guinea page rather than the Blemigan. If there is some benefit that's not visible right away. But as it is, yeah, even the stupid comatose ferret that you start with, you can at least speak to. I guess you can't really do much with it, but still. Yeah, I don't know, weird. I was totally expecting this to be a full-on crew member, basically, or party member, officer, I suppose, with a quest and everything. Or, at the very least, otherwise interesting in some way. But, oh well. Hail Cavia. Cavia. The Neath's most adorable nation scurries around your legs. Scintillate harvesters drag heavy bags of the island's bounty to their silos. Industrious rodents work hard on towering edifices, some of them almost neck-high. London will never believe a bloody word of this. Really? With all that's going on underneath? Help Cavia resolve a dilemma. An aide runs over. Hairless advisor, you return to us. Excuse me? Not completely hairless. Praise the tide. We need your wisdom once again. And we need for this... Oh, we need... I guess all we need is... a free evening, basically. A story awaiting us. Huh. Okay. Nation has been founded. Spirit must be at least one. Might at least one. And civilization at least one. Okay. Purchase Scintillate for 105 echoes. Really? I'm not even getting some for free for literally having saved all of their lives. The Kiwi snats glimmer with fresh treasure. Raise Pigmont Isle civilization for better prices. Okay. Fair enough, I suppose. Visit the Rat Ghetto. You chose the Kiwis. You could not forge peace between the rats and Kiwis, and that's why there is a ghetto in the first place, I suppose. The House of Kiwi has not been gracious in victory. Steal the lady's eye for myself. I could have just run off with it rather than return it to the guinea pigs in the first place. Why would I steal it now? Huh. High risk challenge. Blue scintillac. So that's what it is, huh? Just a pearl of scintillac, whatever that actually is. The cave is guarded fiercely, but there may be a way, or less direct alternatives, perhaps. I mean, I'm not going to do that, obviously, for a number of reasons. But visit the rat ghetto? I suppose I can do that. Oh boy. The cavies have forced their rivals into the swamps and hold them there with a high spiked wall. Thick black mud squelches underfoot as you pass through the guarded gates. Hungry eyes watch you approach. Smuggle fuel into the ghetto. The rats huddle for heat, clinging tight to scraps of stolen blankets. Successful improve pig mode's Isle spirit. Okay. So that's... Those stats, I guess, apply to the entire island. The entire population, both guinea pigs and rats. Huh. And this is not gonna anger the guinea pigs? Cavies, I'm sorry. Attempt to broker a union. Cavia will be stronger if its two houses work together. Success will boost spirit. Failure will reduce it. Okay, so more spirit will make this more likely to succeed. 2 fuel. I mean, I just got 10 for free, right? So I feel like I can absolutely do this. A sly delivery. A small bribe to a small guard gets the delivery through the gates. The rats scrape together what little they can to repay your kindness. Okay. Argumentative. Spirit. Finished opening a cache of curiosities. Okay. I guess we're gonna get that next. Lost 2 fuel. Time passes. A bolt of fabric. Shake out a little... What? Shake out a little and let it glimmer in the light. Spider silk. Huh. Okay, fair enough. I guess it could have been something more exciting than that, but I guess I'll take it. You can find spider silk in London, of course. There are troubles there with sorrow spider infestation, like anywhere in the Neath. But for the real quality, you need to go east to the Carnade, or to the fang-bristling fastness of Saviour's Rocks, that I have not been to. Okay. Go to the ghetto again. This is now a 40% chance. Okay. Assist the rodent revolution. Outsider, grant us your strength. When our enemies lie humiliated, we will give you the rat star. Guarantees you're the rat star, aka the lady's eye, but will cost 5 iron. Really? And I can no longer do that, because now the spirit is too high. Not that I would have done that. So we can do this again, huh? To increase chances even more. But we can only do it once more. No more than 5. No, actually we can do it twice, right? Up to 6 for a 60% chance at not just peace, but a union? I mean, this sounds very desirable, doesn't it? Surely this couldn't lead to any terrible outcome, right? If this succeeds. Also, I can obviously just save and, you know, keep trying until this works. I guess I can do this once more. Should probably not be squandering my fuel like this, but, you know, again, we just got 10 for free. I guess now we ultimately only got 6, which is still very good. And maybe this is going to be something more interesting. Some dark drop coffee. Well, I don't know, a single sack. Where would we... Well, most recently we could have used 5 to gain some favor in the Khanate. We could have used a single sack, I suppose, on the surface. Which, of course, yeah, we're never going to be returning there, so that's not going to come into play for us. I want to say there was some other opportunity somewhere where we could have used a single sack, perhaps. Anyway, now we have one, I suppose, until maybe I decide that I want to free up some storage space. You know what? Also, looking at the timer, I think I'm going to just save here and end this episode. We've basically finished this. Well, no, we haven't. We didn't finish the storyline, I suppose. Seems like there could potentially be a whole lot more happening here. But I think I'm going to save, trying to continue my peace negotiations here. Next time, just because the episode is getting a little bit long, and yeah, who knows how much longer this is going to be continuing. So for the time being, I thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please, if you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment. That's how that goes. And I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.